Hello, faith leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. Philippians 3:18 says this, "For, as I have often told you before, and now I tell you again, even with tears, many live as enemies of the cross of Christ." Isn't that sad? Can't you hear the emotion of this pastor? This emotion of his heart, the heart of saying, now I'm going to express this to you, but now I'm even crying about it. There are many who live as enemies of the cross of Jesus Christ. They have a hard time accepting the cross and seeing that their weakness can be fully met in the strength and the power of in the cross of Jesus Christ, in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. That for some is so difficult to understand, that for first and foremost, that the main people he was talking about didn't see themselves as weak enough to see a Savior that died on a cross as their redemption. Their redemption was found mainly in themselves, mainly in obeying the law to the T. And so Jesus come along, that he was this perfect example of what a servant looks like. And it was so difficult for minds to wrap around the very fact that someone had to take their place for their judgment and grace and mercy. And that was too difficult. And so you put that in today. Is there people still in today that we are surrounded by that the cross would look foolish? The cross would think, I don't need a cross. I don't need Jesus. I have myself. I have my own intellect. I have my own status. I have my own power. I have my own strength within, my own ability. I don't need a cross. That statement is still flying around so radically today that I can make my own plans. I can do my own thing. I'm not going to have a servant who died on the cross now to admit that I have weakness. We need to be careful to realize that the cross represents what we could never have paid to have this oneness with Jesus Christ. There was a gap between us and God, and the cross bridges that gap, and now we can have relationship and oneness with God only through the cross of Jesus Christ. There's only that way, and to get there, and that's so difficult for some people to understand. There's many paths to get to God. The cross is foolishness in many ways of thinking, but think of the cross of Jesus Christ as your pathway to have a relationship, a oneness with God. So I hope today that you're relishing in the cross, that you praise Jesus for his discipline represented on the cross. Because of that, you and I can have redemption.